Okay, so in this video we're checking out the TurboBee 120 RS from iFlight. This is one that I've actually reviewed before, but with different motors, and actually it was an earlier version of this frame that I built and did a review on. I'll put a link to this video in the upper right hand corner. Pretty much everything is the same, except now we've got different motors. So before I was running the 0804 12,000 kV motors on the 2.5 inch gem fan prop, and they've now since decided it would be better to go to this 1103 10,000 kV motor. And this is the thing I wanted them to change to, the 4-hole mounted motor, 11XX size, like 1102 1103 size, versus the 0804, because this was pretty inefficient. It was fast, but very short flight times. You can go watch that video if you want. And this, of course, has the 3 screw hole mounts for these motors, so they had to change the frame up. So this is the updated frame with the 4-hole mount for the motors. So I suppose you could switch these for different motors if you wanted to. 1104s, 1105s maybe. I mean, it would be really fast. Probably way overkill. It's really light, so I'm just going to show you the weight here. I think it's like 55 or 56 grams, something like that. So yeah, it's coming in at 56.3 grams, and I was flying around on this 3S GMB 520. I'll put a link in the description to this battery if you want to know how what I used and how it flies in the demos. Essentially everything is the same as it was previously in the other video, but I'll just go over this again. Got a 1mm top plate frame here, 2.5mm bottom plate, and the width of the arms, let's see, actually I forgot. Width of the arms is about 4mm, and you can see the way it's cut along the weave there. So it's, I mean, it's really skinny, so there's not much drag, but it's fairly stiff. And I'm trying to twist the frame, it doesn't really twist that much, so you're not going to get any weird flight characteristics from the frame bending. And of course, with the arms being really skinny like this, it will cut through the air pretty quick. So it is pretty quick. You'll see that in some of the flight demos. In terms of crash durability, I did crash this on asphalt from about 30 feet up. It actually didn't damage it at all. So I tried looking for damage, and you can see none of the arms are really dinged up in any way. So I think it's mainly because it's pretty light, so I wasn't really going full speed into the ground. It was more of a glancing blow. So if you do this kind of crashes, probably okay. But if you decide to run this into a concrete wall at full speed, then I think something might break. I'm not exactly sure what, but yeah, nothing will survive unlimited abuse. In any event, the rest of the stuff that's in here, same as before, other than the motors. You got the Caddx EOS camera. You got the Micro F4 6X stack. This is a 16x16 stack. I also have a video on that stack. Put those in the card in the corner, video down in the link, down in the description as well. And this one came with an XM Plus receiver already installed here with these little antenna tubes and the 3D printed part here, VTX antenna out the back. Now you can also get this in other receiver versions and also a no receiver version as well. Now the way this came to me here was with the GemFan 2540 props with the screws. Obviously you see the screws there, and the motors do have screw holes. I guess they have an updated version since I got this. I think the 65mm prop is also an option with the 1.5mm prop shaft hole. So if you'd rather go that route, I bet you this would even be more efficient. Although you do get more, the corners better in turns with the 3-bladed GemFan prop, of course. So either option is probably good. I didn't test that particular setup because I didn't have the prop that they were showing in the picture. They didn't send that to me. So if you guys are wondering, that's because they updated this model a little bit since I got this, and so obviously it's already a little bit outdated. I think things are just constantly changing. So if you're wondering why I don't have the bi-bladed 65mm prop, is because that wasn't sent to me in that configuration. That's why you're not going to see any flight demo of that just in the way it's shown here in this video. So on the 520 milliamp hour 3S LiPo here, just charging it to 4.2 volt, not high volt, you get a pretty wide ranging flight time. So if you're just kind of cruising around, I could get maybe 6-7 minutes of flight time. But if you're going all out, you know, full stick forward and racing, you could drain the battery in like 1.5 to 2 minutes. So if you're, you know, I always get that question, what's the flight time on this? It totally depends on how you fly. So if you fly like a maniac, you're going to get like 2 minutes of flight time. If you fly like a grandma, you're going to get like 7 minutes of flight time. So this is the battery that would work pretty good with this one. You can also go to smaller, like say a 452S, sorry, a 453S. I think that would be fine as well. Of course, I'll just be a little lighter and also lower the flight time a little bit. I did try this on 2S. I would not recommend this on 2S. I think that 3S is the way to go on this one. It is flyable. It flies fine on the Tune on 2S as well. It's just that slower. You might as well just go with the 3S battery because it's not that much more weight. The Tune that it came with out of the box was Betaflight 357. It was fine. Flies well in 3S and 2S. I think that if you find that if it feels a little loose to you, just bump up the feed forward numbers on pitch roll and yaw. That's what I did. I just felt a little bit loose, and that felt a little better after I did that. So, because I think it's using the default feed forward numbers of like 60, I believe, from 357. So, if you feel like it's a little too loose, just bump up the feed forward, and the Tune seems to work just fine on either 3S or 2S. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check it out. Yeah, there's a lot of these, you know, ultralight micros coming out. I'm going to probably do a roundup at some point after I get through a whole bunch of these. I got more of these coming, so you'll see a roundup at some point because I know there's going to be a lot of questions about this or that, whatever, down in the comments, and that's fine. Let me know what you want a comparison of this to, and I will try and address those in a future video. Anyway, here's more flight footage for you, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one.